Tonight, we have new details about what led up to a series of federal raids last week, including at a Minneapolis Mexican restaurant that sparked immigration protests along Lake Street. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Julie Nelson. The U.S. Attorney for Minnesota says the restaurant was one of 8 locations federal agents were searching after they found 900 pounds of meth in a Burnsville storage unit. Jennifer Hoff joins us with more on that investigation and what they found. Jennifer?
Julie, it's been going on for more than a year into a suspected international drug trafficking organization. The details only uncovered because the U.S. Attorney just charged a woman for assaulting law enforcement on scene at that raid.
Shame on you! Do you not understand what's going on?
A week ago, dozens of protesters gathered outside the Cuatro Milpas restaurant in Minneapolis. Sure, officers were arresting people for immigration offenses that law enforcement has since said never happened. And now, a new federal arrest warrant details exactly what happened. The U.S. Attorney for Minnesota saying is part of a larger ongoing investigation. After federal agents first searched a Burnsville storage unit, finding more than 900 pounds of meth hidden in metal containers with a street value up to $25 million, leading them to then execute search warrants at 8 other locations June 3rd, including Bloomington, Inver Grove Heights, and Northfield. The document saying they seized gold-plated firearms and Scarface portraits. Except when they tried to collect evidence at that restaurant, the crowd grew in size and agitation, and backup was called, alleging people were impeding officers, including Isabel Lopez, who's now in jail, charged with assault after body cameras caught her punching and kicking officers, even throwing a softball at a deputy's back, causing the agents to eventually retreat before they could collect all the evidence, in a case they say spans narcotics, money laundering, and human trafficking.
All of this laid out in this 20-page complaint here we got today, where the U.S. Attorney says the safety of our agents and officers will never be compromised, reiterating that the crowd gathered under a mistaken belief and that nobody was arrested that day. Lopez, though, Julie, is currently in the Sherburne County Jail and will be back in court on Thursday.
And when you say no one was arrested, you mean on illegal immigration charges, but some protesters were clearly arrested. But you know, that day, I remember many elected leaders, particularly the City Council of Minneapolis, some Hennepin County commissioners, put out statements condemning the raids, implying that they were about immigration. And it really angered the Hennepin County Sheriff, Dewana Witt. That day, she called it irresponsible, and she really appeared to double down on that tonight.
And you're correct about the arrest, too. They said none were made that day. This arrest of Lopez happening just in the last day or two.
Okay.
And the sheriff tonight saying that this only really tells a fraction of the story that happened from last week's raids, going on to say, quote, that the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office is not involved in civil immigration enforcement, only involved in criminal investigations that impact the lives of people in Hennepin County, saying that there is a lot more here that they, in fact, uncovered. So certainly this story, Julie, is not over yet.
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.